February 23rd, 2022, 3:04 p.m. I was about to go do other stuff, but apparently I'm supposed to do this first. And we're supposed to get right to the point. Give me a minute. I was rearranging stuff in the apartment, and I started seeing this card reading being done. I stopped and distracted myself with a video, and then I kept seeing this video being done. So let's see what the air aspect of your chart, the mind. You probably think something's wrong with you. So let's see what the fuck's wrong with you. This is going to be about you, not anyone else. Just you and the God spark within you, not your ego. What do the viewers need to know about what they think is wrong with them? What's really going on? What? This is more than just you specifically as a person, the person watching this video. It's more than just about me self-analyzing or psychoanalyzing myself through cards. It's about the mind being unable to recognize itself in the human body. So that's what's wrong with you. It's an ancient wound. You used to see something different before. Maybe you had pointy ears, different hair color, or different facial features. But now you look into a looking glass and you see a human being, or something that looks like a human being, or humanoid, whatever species you are. And on the ego sense, what people do is look at their phones, computers, a light source, as if they're looking into the Palantirs from Lord of the Rings. They're obsessed with it, peering into the future and the possibilities and different timelines, and analyzing their own thoughts through different card readings and coach videos and guru this and whatever that, trying to find a reason for something. But the problem is you're not seeing who you were. I can explain this easier, I guess, if I say you used to be an elf, and then you woke up, and then you looked in the mirror, and you're a human. And somehow your soul has been secretly obsessed with trying to find an answer, a solution, a confirmation, an explanation. because you know something deep down isn't right. You're not supposed to look the way you look. You're not supposed to be thinking the way you think. The world isn't supposed to be the way it is. And then you're looking elsewhere, but elsewhere is reflecting what's in there. So you could skip that looking glass and look directly in there, in your heart. Or you can keep growing the same pathways in your neural network and think the same things over and over and over and focus on human problems. The thing that's wrong with you is you're not in the present moment. What does it take to shake somebody out of that? A regular person, not somebody who's really grounded in their body and all that. But what would it take to snap someone out of a trance? Something chaotic, right? A loud noise, a shaking of the body, a distracting sound in the background, a shock to the system somehow. But that's not really needed because it's your mind. And if you know what's going on with it, you can redirect it and have it work for you. So yeah, something is wrong, but it's not you. It's how you're handling you. We all have this, there's a picture called The God Within. We all have that God, goddess within, and it looks and behaves and thinks in a certain way. We can relate to characters in movies and comic books and different storybooks and say, oh, I'm more like that person, or you can describe me as this or that. But when we're interacting with each other and looking through these looking glasses, we're not that God or goddess within. We're something a little detached from it. If you can sort this out in yourself, the way it's being sorted out in me, if you can let that, what archetypes would I use? That Elrond, that Galadriel, the Aragorn, or the Arwen in you, if you can let the whatever, the Storm, the Professor X, whoever it is in you, if you can let them look at the world, I think you're gonna see how there's nothing wrong with you. What's wrong with you is that you think there's something wrong with you. In the fire reading, it's just like a wildfire, burning everything, trying to figure something out, or just doing it because it's enjoying the experience. In the water ones, it was this icy exterior, like a silver mirror. And in this mind, the air aspect, it's this projection, this glamour, this glimmer of self that's somehow intended to protect the God within. But all it's doing is gatekeeping an unstoppable force. And you know that. You guys all have that in you. Everybody does. Some see it, some see glimmers of it, some see little bits and pieces. And sometimes we get to see the totality of it. And it's too much. The mind can't process it. So it compartmentalizes, it fractures, it makes bits and pieces. It makes different aspects of the personality. It focuses on different things. It, creates time to give each thing its own attention. And then it creates problems in the external world. For nothing. Just to see its own heartache, its own sorrow played out in the external world somehow. It's so sad. People associate the mind with not having emotions, but this aspect of the mind is so ancient that it has the the seed that formed emotions. It's as if it's looking for hope. The collective mind, the mind of the earth, the pulse of this universe, the entire tapestry of it, it's aching. It's kind of like the Phoenix Force looking for a really compassionate, pure soul. But everywhere it looks, everyone's looking at everyone else. I just saw a bunch of people put down cell phones and put their hands in the air, and then they all start illuminating, and then the entire planet lights up because they focus their eyesight on their insides, and somehow that redirects all that light back inside, and they become light bulbs. Hmm. I don't know what part of the brain that is, the part in the back, but it seems like there is a detachment, some kind of mental barrier. Post central gyrus, central sulcus, parietal lobe. What do those do? Occipital lobe, the cerebrum. Huh, interesting. When when someone is at the depth, when the tower has fallen and they are in the rubble, in the ruin of it, what do they usually do? They close their eyes and they listen to their heartbeat, and they just release, they allow, they surrender in a way. I don't want to say they give up, but it's kind of a moment of Ten of Swords, a fixed point in time, divine intervention, like there's no choice but to sit there and do nothing. And then they go inward. They find that heartbeat. And then they get up. Without you having to go through that Tower and Ten of Swords. Can you listen to that heartbeat? Can you jump ahead and feel that? The moment of like peace and serenity, and then move as your God self. If it helps you to see yourself better, maybe there's something you can do with your hair color, your eye color, maybe the way you apply or don't apply makeup, maybe the clothing you wear or the accessories you put on your ears. Appease your mind and its perception of its past self being its current self. I know there's a lot of conditions described as mental illnesses, but what they really are is a very high awareness of one's previous incarnations that's bled through the tapestry of their current incarnation. And you can appease a lot of that. You can solve a lot of it and wash it away and bring it into harmony somehow by adding things you had in that life into this life. So maybe you were a priest or priestess in Atlantis, or someone really noble, or even someone that wasn't very well off. And you had a favorite pair of shoes in that life, or you had a piece of jewelry or a house decoration of some kind that reminds you of that life and it brings you peace. Do it. I mean, it started with the elf ears thing right over here. There's headphones you can use that are elf ears. I have them. They're really cute and fun. Maybe you can get yourself maybe use headbands or something. Maybe get something that reminds you of, it has crystals on it or mermaid scales or something. And people say let go of the past and the people that you were hurt by or that you loved and all that, and be in the present moment. But that past moment brought you into this moment. So honor it in some way. That way, when you look around you and you look at your reflection, you see the face of someone that was authentic to you and your choices. That your love was unconditional to those people. That you remember those experiences. That way, your mind can find a sense of itself. Because in those past incarnations that your mind still perceives as present, your behavior was really different. Think about, I don't know, friggin' Galadriel being put into an Instagram, 16-year-old mother's not got pregnant, and then that 16-year-old kid has a kid, and then this kid is Galadriel. Like, how weird is it going to be for the consciousness of Galadriel to exist as a toddler, as an infant, while fully aware of who it is? It's a shock to the mind. And people, have this thing where they're like, oh, I have a longing for home. Your body is home. You're just not seeing your face on this current body. And people also call that dysphoria. But it's not dysphoria. It's your mind being aware of your past self. What can you do about it? Honor it. Honor it with the music you listen to, the candles you burn, the plants you grow, the carpets you have, the jewelry you wear, the tattoos you put on your body, the way you move, the way you talk, the way you breathe, the way you cook and eat food, what you eat, and what what you grow, and who you share your space with. You can call yourself a queen or a princess or a goddess or an empress or, a matriarch or a patriarch, whatever. Priest, priestess, teacher, scientist. But you're infinitely more than that. And you've been dimming your light to fit into a society of light bulbs that are looking for a light. Because none of them have accessed their own authentic self in the way that they could. They're gods and goddesses walking around muggle bodies. And they think they can't do anything about it. So there's an inherent anger that chains the body into a muggle mindset. And then it becomes blinded to the pain. So it becomes obsessed externally. Does anyone else release their god, goddess self? Or do they chain it down? You see how these images would be something completely different. But because of these fractures going through, these chains, it turns this chaos into something that's destructive. It turns this mythical creature into a monster. It turns this elven child into a broken mind. And then we look outside and we're told it's okay, ignore it, let it go. And then the shadow creeps out and lashes out in different ways because it doesn't want to be seen as a shadow. And what do people do? Drown the pain somehow, so they can't hear that lion inside them roar. If you're sick and tired of something and you're not going to take it anymore, why do you take it from yourself? If you can ease your mind by honoring the old ways, the gifts of your sacred temple will be revealed to you. But you have to stop looking outside of you and honor the temple of your body. You're not a tumbleweed. What steps can they take right now? Come on. You can do this in one instant. Thank you. Thank you. But that's already what I said. God dang it. Let the tower fall. Honor yourself and the old ways and move into the future, which is your present moment, which is the God self version of you honoring yourself and your body. Honor the animals that you're made from, the stars, the planet, the rubble of that tower. You don't have to leave it all behind. You don't have to leave the Eight of Cups behind. You have to leave the mentality of looking at that as if it's bad and looking at that as if it's bad. Because what you're looking at is through the body of something that you don't remember. And you perceive it as broken or twisted or monstrous somehow. Ooh, it's a human, it's so gross. Ew. Oh, it's a reptile that has scales and fangs. Ooh. It's a cat creature, it's a Lyrian or whatever. It has little beady eyes or, whatever, a tail. And have you seen those bird people with their beaks and their feathers? My goodness. Just let the tower fall. Let your perceived idea of reality fade away. And then you can make something out of that ruin. And you can have those cups be the versions of you that you were. And you can honor each of those cups. Yeah, you were the hoe, you were the broke one, you were the ruined one, you were the Molly Grew, you were the, King Haggard, you were the Sauron, you were the fucking hobbits, you were the Gandalf. Those are all who you were. Yep. They were all great. Thank you. Now you're this one. And you can go and honor the rest of you. Every time you change into something different, every time you have to grow and evolve. You don't have to keep burning it all down. You can go with it. You can take pieces with you. See that staff? You don't have to leave it behind just because you're, changing from one form to another. Because it's constant. This and this chaos, it's constant. But when you perceive this as bad, then you experience it as bad. But if you look at the chaos as a fountain, then every version of you becomes a focal point of who you've been and who you are. All the mistakes, all the good stuff, all the losses, all the gains. And you can hold on to it as long as you want. Because if you let go of it, you walk away from things your soul experienced, and then your soul searches through the ethers. Where is that piece of me? Oh, you mean the piece you let go in 1998? Or the piece you let go in 2015? Because some jackass on some TV show told you, let the past go, let it go. Well, no, actually, you don't. That way, your mind can recognize itself because all the pieces are still there. And it can integrate them beautifully like nature. You can allow that chaos and your true self, the diamond, the God self within, to decide what memories stay and what memories go, what connections stay and what connections go. Instead of you thinking that every shakeup in your life means you have to let something go and it's all gone. Maybe that tower will collapse because some of those stones contain gold. And just one of those stones exploding, one of those people leaving your life, one of those, bad experiences, it's nothing compared to the gain once you experience that loss. And then you can remake something else from the top of that and reshape that tower and redo the insides and upgrade everything. Because in that loss, there's treasure that you get to hold on to, and it brings happiness. Once you stop looking outside for what you know you are on the inside. I'm not saying the name of the card, but I know who I know. So, go ahead. Well, you tell them. You tell them what they need to know. That's what you're hiding inside by pretending to be a muggle when the muggles are waiting for you to stop pretending so they can stop pretending. Can you even imagine if the gods and goddesses walked this earth as who they are? Capes and gowns and sequins and all. Lions walking down the street on leashes and, horses and eagles flying in the sky and people just flying around, teleporting. Everybody just being authentically, unabashedly who they really are. And no one fighting each other because everyone's aware of their God self. No one's stupid enough to fight each other because they're all aware they're connected to the one power. It would be like sunlight battling itself. What's the point? You know you want to pop out of this deck, so go ahead and do it. The Destroyer. Again, destroying the tower. There's something in your life you have to let go of. And it's an aspect of yourself you've built to protect an aspect of yourself you thought needed protecting. It's as if you've held your own princess in the tower to protect her, but your princess is the one who tames the dragons. You gave the job to a masculine, and it split your soul into divine feminine and divine masculine union. But before that, you were an Aeon. completely whole and complete all on your own. Perfectly capable of self-replication all on your own. And you were made to think it was broken. And from a human perspective, you were made to think that the world of matter is broken when it's a place where you can create gifts. You turn darkness into light here. You can turn light into darkness here. You get to recognize yourself and know yourself in this world, but you're busy looking at other people and leaving pieces of yourself behind along the way. It's similar to Xavier blocking out parts of Jean Grey's mind, and then she goes bonkers because of it. You've blocked out pieces of your own mind. Oh wow, I didn't even notice those roses. Okay, Sophia, we get it. In every reading, man, she's always like, "What's up, everybody? It's me, the Sophie." And I'm like, "Bro, I know." She's like, I'm everywhere, right? And we're like, "Yes, Sophie, we know. You're everywhere. You're everything. God is your kid. We know you're Big Mama. And then there's even more Big Mamas and Big Daddies out there. We know." And then she's like, "But then why are you being stupid though?" But for real though, an Aeon is the creatrix of this entire creation. And her kid is perceived as the devil. And in this reality, it goes all the way down into our mind perceiving our bodies as the enemy. How much more minute do you need this? The bacteria attacking itself and forming cancer cells. Why? Because you're made to think your bodies are broken. That you needed someone else or something else to do it, or to do anything with. And that each time you have to let go and love yourself and walk away from the ruin when that ruin happens, so that you can rebuild right exactly where you were. You didn't have to go to India or to mountains in Tibet or to go on a Hawaiian vacation and get your groove back or none of that stuff. You just have to sit there and be patient for that destruction that happened in your life to reveal the gifts inside each and every stone that fell. And you're like, "Oh, I have all these tower moments in my life. Oh, there's so much blah, blah, blah. So sad. Ooh, wow, so sad. Ooh, yeah, okay. Can you just be sad but stop moving for like 5 minutes? Because Big Mama's trying to give you something. I know it's probably driving them crazy. Why isn't she showing her face? Because it annoys you. That's the only reason. God, the amount of fucking reasons people have come up with why I don't show my face. No, I'm just doing it to be petty. Oh no, I gotta go. It's the laughing fits again. Gaia and solar energy. But yeah, this is total sun sign, fucking sunbeam energy of, oh my god. Really though, all of this stuff that the mind goes through, that reality brings about, and all these things people experience here, all while playing this game of good and evil with her creation. And then they give the glory to the dad and his son, but they're both her kids and grandkid. And then she's child to an even greater collective. It boggles my mind. And then we have Gaia here going, oh, hey, temperance in the firmament. Let's bring balance. Let's go home. Bring all these babies home with me. Look at this planet. Birth 8 billion fucking little gods. We're coming home. All the while, the people on the planet are bunking each other over the head, playing the game of cowboys and Indians or whatever, pirates and ninjas. It's fucking absurd. And the medicine to all of it is, can you guys just wait for your sandcastles to be broken so you can build better sandcastles? Like, you're in the right place. You're doing the right things, most of you. But you keep moving around like mischief. You're here, you're there, you're going this way, you're going that way, you're manifesting this, you're manifesting that. Please have mercy on the universe and play a little solitaire. Oh my god, it's like the universe is saying, can you, we're backed up a little, please? Can you hold all your orders? We're delivering them as fast as we can. In the meanwhile, could you please honor your past selves and your past lives and the people around you? Because, some of them, they're not immortal, and others that you think are immortal are probably, gonna transform into something else. So shit's always changing. So maybe can you just a little bit appreciate the people and places around you, just a little, and who you've been, so that you can actually have a day, an hour, where you are completely yourself, past, present, and future. Your glorious past self, your, Atlantean, other life, your Pleiadian, whatever, your Earth Angel, Star Seed, gobbledygook, whatever. Can you just really embody that for like an hour? Even if you have to go and wear Halloween costume to really get yourself to feel it, could you? I mean, you know what the chaos theory is, right? So, okay, bye.